you might say. Let's say we have a race. Back to the race. In a race with 12 runners, okay, how many ways can first, second, and third occur? How many ways can first, second, and third occur? So we're only doing the first three, top three spots. First, second, third. How many ways could first place occur here? Any of the 12? 12. What about second place? Well, second place could only be what? 11? Because the first runner, whoever gets first place, can't be second place too. So we have to count down. All right, then third place, there would only be 10, right? Because you can't repeat. 12, 11, 10. Now, is that factorial? 12 factorial? If I do 12 factorial, that'd be way too much. So this is not 12 factorial. This is just, well, let's just multiply it out. So this is just three numbers, 12 times 11 times 10, 1320. Now, what we might note here is there is a button for this. We didn't have to use it, but there is a button. This is, see if you see a either an NPR button, a P, N, parentheses, NR. Some calculators have P with the N and the R. I think most calculators have NPR. You see that button on yours? Look under PRB. If you looked at PRB on factorial, look under PRB for your other one. Okay, so enter these numbers in. If you found that button, do this. Do 12, and then hit the NPR button, and then 3. See what you get. Yeah. We'll talk about NCR in just a second. But NPR. Put in the 12. Did you put in your 12? 12. And then yours is right here above the X. So hit Shift, times, and then the 3. Then Enter. Okay? Everybody find it?
I think I might have to still move it to the explanation. Do I
No.
need to?
Just, yeah.
Okay,
Then
then Enter.
Mhm.
And then that's all I'm looking for?
You forgot. You need to put 12.
I thought I did.
Okay, there you go.
12, then that, and then Enter.
3.
And Enter again.
No, hit 3. Put in the second.
Okay.
Oh,
and
now
then
then. Okay? Should get 1320. This is what's called permutation. The P stands for permutation. Permutation. Permutations. Permutation. This is what's known as a permutation. And actually, I guess the factorial, in essence, is a special permutation. But I like to call the permutation a partial countdown product. It can be the full one, but it's a partial countdown product because notice I did start counting down. I just didn't go all the way down to 1. So permutation can be thought of as a partial countdown product where you start at a number and start going down, but you don't go all the way down. Okay? So P, N, R, or NPR, as most calculators show it these days, but what that means is a permutation of N things taken R at a time. So do you see why our example down here is 12? It's either written, that's just how I entered it. Notationally, though, it would be 12, comma 3, permutation 12, 3, or 12, permutation 3, 12p3. Do you see why ours is that? Because I have 12 things, 12 people, and I'm doing how many of them at a time? 1, 2, 3 at a time. So that's why we did permutation 12, take 3 of them at a time. Or 12, choose 3 sometimes is the way that's written. Permutation 12, choose 3.
So order of the numbers matters.
Do what?
Order of the numbers matters.
The order matters, yes. Order does matter.
But you can even start with 11, so, and that'll still work. If you did 11, 10, or 9.
Right. If it depends on, right. The first number depends on how many things you have at a time. Like if there's 11 runners, that's right. If there was just 11 runners, I'd do 11 P3 or,
It could be 4 things.
yes. Just depends on how many of them there are at a time. All right. So what would, let's see if we've got the notation here. P 20, comma 6B. I mean, you can, let's see if you get that. First of all, enter it on the calculator. See what you get there. 20, then hit the NPR button, and then 6. What do you get? Big number? Okay, 27,907,200. 27,907,200. Everybody get that?
Okay. All right, we get the
20,
Okay.
then the NPR button, and then the 6. Should get 27,907,200. Okay? Now, what I'd like for you to understand is also what that means in the product. What product is that? Like we had the 12, 11, 10 for this one. What is this one product-wise? Because we didn't even have to do it to evaluate it. But what would it be if I wrote out the product? Well, I start at where? The first number, 20, and then count down, right? Now, do I count down to 6? No. This is the number of things at a time. So I don't count down to 6. I count down to where? 20, 19, tell me when to stop. 17, 16, 15, stop, right? Why? There's 6 of them there. Yeah. The 20 is where you start. The 6 is when how many numbers you get to, and then you stop. Okay, so P26 or 20,6 or 20P6 is 20, 19, 18, 7. And you should get this number if you multiply those together. Okay? All right. So that's permutations. Well, as you might have noticed, there's also an NCR. Let's talk about that. On most calculators, you have an NCR button.